buddy.
Hey, buddy, are you planning on standing up right there with your little thing going on? Huh?
Oh, okay, because I've got the camera. I didn't know we was going to have a dinosaur or whatever it is.
Tight.
I love it after this.
We'll do something before the game's up, all right? Don't. 25. See the odds on the game? Yeah. They got +1. I don't know what that is. There she is. There's someone on the plate. Watch the deck go. I put the date on the top. We had a long discussion. I said it was look for the line.
Well, we started if it's early, we'll still start at 17.
something like that. We're going to go to do the resort hopping and do some other stuff. We're not in the same resort. Just tell me. We won't do the camp, we will let us go. Now, we can we probably don't want to do it more, but I guess we say that. He says he's going to report to you, he gets a lot of people.
All the way to the, you see the end of the bleachers out of, you see the crack? They had that line where the crack was all the way up. I went and moved it to where it is right now. They moved it back down, and I went and moved it back in. I hope they say something.
They're kicking to them over there.
looks like. Why is the clock? Oh, dadgummit, that threw me off. Look at there. They were moving that. I'm like, why is it running? Did they do that all the time? They don't do that all the time, do they? Corey's talking, but he's on the microphone. So I just talked to Coach, and he said they'll probably start at 7 o'clock, even if this game's early, done early. So we need this game tonight, people. I'm just going to be honest with you. We need this game.
ran off. I just watched him say, go for it. If they think that the score that down the road, look at him, good guys are looking at him. Look at him, the coach is talking. All these guys got to do is right here.
Can y'all believe that? Did y'all see that? So with about 2 seconds left, that kid, or 3 seconds, he stole it down there at the end, but he just run around. And I don't know if he ran out of bounds or if he traveled. He ran out of bounds. He ran out of bounds, wasn't paying attention. But they would have called a travel if he would have kept on running around. But anyway, so Crestview got one last shot. Let's see.
I underlined the starter for you. So this is my style. If you would
Yeah, ain't worried about it. I go live, I'm gonna go live.
Take your
right, we're going to go live here in just about 1 minute. We'll have the coaches. We'll interview the coach here in just a second.
Hello, this is Dixie Dan Powell. Just like in the courtroom, you got to be bulldog tough. It takes teamwork to get to the goal line and to win the game. Go Bulldogs. Call us, Powell Injury Law, 850-306-2667. That's 850-306-2667.
And we are here at Bulldogs House taking on the Choctaw Indians. They beat us about a month ago, 38-40 down at their house. And it's going to be a great game tonight. I just got a good feeling. We're going to get Coach's thoughts about the game here in just a second. But let me go over their starters for you. We just got their starting lineup. Appreciate everybody tuned in. Welcome radio station tonight. We have all the Troy fans, I guess, out there. I know Mr. Moore is listening to the radio station right now. So, and he mentioned Corey had last night. If you guys was, I don't know where you guys were at on the game last night, but during the Pensacola game, we liked the got in a little tussle, and the coach for Pensacola High said, "Hey, is there going to be a tech?" And he wanted a technical foul on either team. So that was a unique situation. But let me go down real quick like I can talk to Coach Watson, and we'll get his thoughts about the game. Check 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to take the microphone real quick like I think that's about right level right there. Check 1, 2, 3. All right, let me go get Coach real quick like and see what he has to say about the matchup tonight. And we'll get him real quick. All right, last night, great game. Man, I think if you could take that game last night, tonight, you'd be happy, wouldn't you?
Yeah, if I could take bits and pieces of it, I'd like to take about from the 5-minute period, after in the first quarter to about the 5-minute part in the third quarter. But that's better. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for more guys to make shots, and we played really good defense, and it was an all-around much better game for us.
All right, tonight you've got a couple guys. I think Webb and Pitts is their main scorers. How do you shut them down, or what's your game plan?
We just got to play. I mean, neither one of those guys are just ones that are going to take the game over. They're just good basketball players. So, yeah, we got to just at least know where they're at, and be ready to help off some other guys. But, they're a solid team. They're 16-5. They've beat some good people, so this is a good test for us.
Jones now is averaging the last couple 2 or 3 games almost 25 points a game.
he stepped it up a different level, it feels like.
Yeah, he's playing. That's what he needs to do that. He's making shots. When you make shots, everything it seems easier. So he's got to continue to be aggressive, but not take bad shots. I think that's what he's doing a better job of. He's not forcing it. He's letting it come to him, and he's making those.
Press, zone.
We're going to get after him.
Whatever. Okay, all right, thanks, Coach. They don't want to give up in a second, but that changes a lot during the game. Hey, Rush. So a good crowd tonight for the rematch. And again, it was 38-40 was the game down there. And we're going to go to a commercial break here in just a second. And we'll have live tip-off here in just a moment on WAZ 104.7 and the YouTube page of The Good Country.
Listen up. Do you need a new roof? Do you need roof repair? Well, I have a company just for you, CQ Roofing. Hometown roofer since 1999. They're state licensed and insured. Chris Poirier, the owner, is born and raised right here in Crestview, North Okaloosa County. Family owned and operated for 24 years, specializing in shingles and metal. Give them a call, 850-683-4169, or visit their website at cqroofing.com.
Guys, listen up. Did you spend too long out on the boat this Saturday fishing? Have you been on the links a little too much? Do you need to get out of the doghouse? Let me tell you where you need to go. Joey the Jeweler. He's on Main Street right by Desi's. He's got tons of beautiful jewels to win your girl back over. And make sure to go like and share his Facebook page. He's always doing great giveaways, so you have a chance to win something free for your girl. So head on over to facebook.com/Joey the Jeweler. Or you guys could just ask Siri what the phone number is.
Hey Siri, what is the phone number to Joey the Jeweler?
Joey the Jeweler's phone number is 850-682-1980.
Well, if you haven't heard by now, we have a paintball tank park. It's the only thing like it in this part of the country. You heard me right. Tank park. Get in a tank, shoot paintballs. This is a great opportunity for the whole family, for groups. You want to do team building, take them out to Baker and climb in a tank and shoot paintballs. Birthday party, shoot paintballs. Get in a tank and have some fun. Go to their Facebook page and book an appointment at Oddball Tactics.
Tradition is where our roots are planted. From humble beginnings based on affordable, trustworthy service, Brackney Funeral Service has grown into a reliable resource your family can depend on. Rooted in our traditions, we stay firmly connected to the families we serve and the care we provide. We continue serving all faiths and families in the only way we know how, by staying true to our heritage. Brackney Funeral Service is locally owned and operated by Terry Brackney, Highway 90 East in Crestview. Call 683-9898.
Hello friends, this is Brandon Martin, General Manager at Blackwater Golf Club here in Crestview, Florida. From the newly renovated 18 holes to the Top Tracer driving range, Blackwater has something to offer for everybody. Open 7 days a week for the best pricing. Book your tee times in advance on our website, golfatblackwater.com.
Welcome back. If you're just tuned in, the Bulldogs taking on the Choctaw Indians tonight. It's a packed house. I say packed, pretty packed compared to last night for sure, but good crowd for both sides tonight. It sort of reminds you a little bit of the big games almost in the 80s and late 90s. All right, let's look at Choctaw's starters. We got Isaac Hansey. He's averaging only 3 points a game, but he's starting tonight. Pitts, he averages about 9 to 10 points a game, but 7 rebounds. Webb, 12 points, 4 rebounds. He's their starting go-getter. Mr. Allen has not played a game, and he is starting tonight. And then Joseph Taylor, he's averaging 5 points and 4 rebounds. We're about to have the national anthem. But before we do, I'll tell you what, let's go to
quick another timeout, and when we come back, they're going to do the national anthem. They're not going to call out any of the starters, and we'll have tip-off right here on WAZ 104.7.
Hey, this is Kim again with your friendly hometown landscaping company, Always Blooming Landscape. If you're looking for pavers to do your driveways, patios, walkways, and or borders, we have a special for our radio listening audience. We are offering you 10% off your paver installation project. So call us at 850-682-2919 to take advantage of this 10% discount when you mention this ad. That's 682-2919. Always Blooming Landscape. Let us grow with you.
Hey, this is Amber with the Cottage Boutique and Formal Wear. Ladies, if you're looking for something for a special occasion, stop in and see us. And for the men, we also offer tuxedo rentals for prom, weddings, and anything that you really need them for. We are open Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday from 10 to 1. We're closed on Sundays and Mondays. If you don't know where we're located and you happen to want to stop in and see us, we're at the corner of Wilson Street and Highway 90. And you can also call us anytime at 850-682-2446.
Mom, I spilled my drink on the sofa.
It'll be all right. We'll get it cleaned up.
Honey, I accidentally ran over some of your flowers with a lawnmower.
They'll grow back.
Little accidents can usually be solved at home, but when you're involved in a vehicle accident, you need to have the professionals. At Crestview Paint and Body, take care of the repairs, and you'll have your vehicle back in your driveway as quick as possible. Crestview Paint and Body, 682-5257, for a job done right.
Hello, this is Dixie Dan Powell. Just like in the courtroom, you got to be bulldog tough. It takes teamwork to get to the goal line and to win the game. Go Bulldogs. Call us, Powell Injury Law, 850-306-2667. That's 850-306-2667.
And we're back. Let's see if the Bulldogs have the normal starters. You're looking for Jones, Knox, Purdue, Stewart, and the last one is Blackwell. Thank you, Corey.
You're welcome.
Glad you chippered in there. I didn't know if you was going to say a word or not tonight. I'm
saving my voice.
Saving your voice for this great game. All right, here it is. Bulldogs taking on the Choctaw Indians. It's a rematch. Lost by 2 points.
Knox jumping for the Dogs, and he will win the toss for Crestview. That will start out on offense. Blackwell walking the ball up for the Dogs. And Choctaw's in man-to-man defense here early. The Dogs trying to set up a what looks like motion offense here to start the ball game. Blackwell with it, driving near the free throw line, kicking it back out to Jones. Dogs just kind of moving the ball around now, working the ball inside to Knox, and Knox goes up off the glass for two, gives the Dogs the early 2-0 lead with 7:43 and counting left to go in the first quarter. Choctaw quickly up the court, now slowing things down. And they're going to let a corner three go from the near corner. That ball's going to be no good. Attempted by Webb, rebounded by the Indians. That was number one, Hansey, with the rebound. Choctaw, setting up offense once again. Missed layup that time by Pitts, rebounded by Knox for the Dogs. Stewart pushing the ball up for Crestview. Tried to find Purdue down low. Purdue gave it up to Jones, and Jones is going to get fouled. They're going to call that foul on the floor. So an inbound play coming up for the Dogs.
Big matchup. We talked about this last night. Coach thinks he needs to run the table to pretty much secure a spot in the regional playoffs.
Blackwell inbounding the ball over to Purdue for a corner three. Shot goes a little long, rebounded by the Indians. That was number 13, Allen, on the rebound. Choctaw back on their side of the court here. And it looks like they're running four-out motion offense early as well. Shot attempt is missed by Pitts, rebounded by Blackwell. Blackwell trying to go coast to coast, and he's going to get that ball taken away by an Indian. That was Taylor with a takeaway. And we had a foul called on Knox. That's the Bulldogs' first team foul. Ball will stay with Crestview. Crestview pressing here early. Choctaw with it across half court. Kicks it to the corner for three. Shots off to the right. Rebounded by the Indians. That was 13 Allen on the rebound, and as he went up for the putback, he's going to get fouled and go to the line to shoot 2. So Allen for the Indians has the ball at the line, trying to put the Indians on the board. And that one's going to roll in the basket. Took about 7-8 trips around the rim and finally found its home. Allen's got one more attempt at the line.
That is his first basket of the year.
And his second attempt is good, so that ties the game at 2. 6:12 and maybe counting left to go in the first quarter. Jones has the ball, bringing it up for the Dogs. He's setting up offense against the Indian man defense here. And it looks like they might be trying to, Blackwell try to find Purdue down the near block. Ball got taken away by the Indians. And in transition, the Indians are going to have to back out of their fast break. Kicks it to the top for 3. No good. Shot attempted by Webb. Rebounded by Pitts for the Indians. The putback for Pitts was no good. And finally, on the third attempt, Jones is going to come down with the rebound, and they're going to get Pitts for going over the back. Or, excuse me, Allen for the Indians going over the back. That's the Indians' first team foul. Dogs will take back over with 5:38 left to go in the first quarter. Still tied at 2.
Good defensive game so far. Both teams just figuring it out, I guess.
Jones walking the ball up for the Dogs. Crestview trying to go to work against the Indians here. Blackwell with it. Setting up something new here, and he's going to almost throw that ball into the hands of an Indian. That ball's knocked out of bounds by number 1 Hansey for the Indians. Ball possession will remain with Crestview. They're going to inbound this ball on the far side of the court. We get the ball inbounded to Stewart. Stewart's going to try to work it down to Knox. Knox tries to find Purdue on a cut to the basket. The ball gets knocked away from Purdue, but recovered by Knox. And we finally do turn it over. That was number 15, Pitts, on the turnover, Taylor on the turnover for the Indians. And on the on the fast break, Allen went up for a layup and got fouled, so he'll go back to the line to shoot 2.
I'll be honest with you, Corey. They're letting a lot of stuff go. That looked a lot cleaner than some of the other stuff.
And the first attempt for Allen is good.
3 for 3 is Allen. The only 3 points they've made, and he's been at the line both times.
Allen with the ball at the line. And his second attempt is no good. Rebounded by the Dogs. That was Jones on the rebound. He's going to push it up to Purdue. Purdue's going to have to slow it down and gives it up to Johnson at the top of the key and sets up offense for the Dogs. Purdue working the ball around the perimeter. Trying to work the ball inside to Clauser. A little give and go to Stewart. That ball's going to be knocked out of bounds by the Indians. Crestview will set up an inbounds play from their baseline.
We do not get too many easy passes down low. I've noticed that. A lot of balls knocked around.
And it looks like Purdue is going to inbound it for the Dogs, and he's going to throw that away, but they're going to call a foul. The ball was kind of thrown up in the air, and Johnson and an Indian, Webb, both went up for the ball, and they're going to say Webb got there a little early. Be on the floor. Possession will remain with Crestview. Stewart's going to inbound this ball right in front of the Indians bench, and he's going to give it to Johnson in the backcourt. Now walking it across half court is Johnson. Johnson initiates the offense for the Dogs, and Stewart's going to try a long 3. That ball ricochets off to the right, rebounded by Webb for the Indians. Webb trying to go coast to coast, now kicks it out for a 3, and that shot was an air ball. Hansey on the 3-point attempt, rebounded by the Dogs. It was Johnson on the rebound. Johnson quickly in transition tries to hit Purdue in the near wing and throws the ball out of bounds. So with 4:04, the score remains Choctaw 3, Crestview 2. Choctaw back on offense. And Webb for the Indians taking the ball up. Now he'll give it up to Allen. And it looks like they're going to get Webb on a carry.
You don't see that much.
So the Bulldogs will take over on the turnover. Low scoring game so far.
Yeah.
Both teams trying to get their feet under them here early.
Jones, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Jones with it, walking it up for the Dogs. And he's going to get called for a travel. And the Indians will take right back over.
3-2 with 3:45 left in the first quarter. Like Corey said, a low scoring ball game. Can't hit.
And Webb for the Indians taking it up.
Actually,
on their side of the court. Now, ball's trying to be worked down low to Pitts. Pitts is going to kick it back out to Webb. Webb drives baseline and is going to get fouled. They're going to call that foul on Stewart. And we'll see if they send him to the line. It looks like they will.
They are going to send him.
So Webb will go to the line to shoot two.
Really, we haven't shot a lot here in the first quarter. We've missed a few shots, but Jones.
Webb's first attempts finds the mark.
Jones, the only scorer for the Bulldogs so far tonight. I'm sorry, Knox.
Webb knocks down both of them, makes the score Choctaw 5, Bulldogs 2, 3:29 and counting left to go here in the first quarter. Johnson trying to go coast to coast, and he's going to get fouled. And a nice little floater there from just inside the free throw line finds the bottom of the basket. So he'll have a shot to tie this game up and complete his three-point play.
Nice play by Johnson.
Johnson with the ball at the line. And his free throw attempt is good. So the game is tied at 5 with 3:24 left to go here in the first quarter. We get the ball inbounded, or excuse me, the Indians do to Webb. Webb quickly takes the ball down the floor. Bulldogs get back on defense. Now Webb at the top of the key for three. Ball comes up short, and the rebound is going to stay with the Indians. That was number 3, Spells, with the rebound for the Indians, and the ball is going to get knocked out of Webb's hand trying to drive the lane. Choctaw will retain possession and set up a baseline inbounds play. They'll find Allen at the top of the key as their safety valve. Now Choctaw working the ball inside to Allen. He's going to work on Clauser. He'll kick it out to Pitts, and Pitts takes it up strong for 2. Indians back on top 7-5. 2:47 and counting left to go here in the first quarter. Johnson has it for the Dogs. Now Jones for 3. And Jones comes up just short, rebounded by Spells for the Indians. The Indians push the ball up court. And now Allen is going to drive around the low block, kick it back out. Back inside to Allen, driving to the baseline, spinning, and just missing the mark. But a nice rebound that time by Spells for the Indians. But on the pass was taken away by the Dogs. Stewart takes the pass away, now dribbling up for the Dogs. Dogs back on offense. Johnson driving the lane, now kicking out to Jones. Jones pulls up around the free throw line. His shot's no good. And the rebound's going to go out of bounds on an Indian. So the Bulldogs will retain possession and set up an inbound play here with 1:56 left to go in the first.
Then we got a break there. It looked like it went out on the Bulldogs, but the Bulldogs will maintain possession of their own basket.
Phillips with the ball, and he'll find Jones over in the corner. Jones flings it back to the top to Johnson. Now Johnson setting up, looks like 4-out motion offense for the Dogs here. Phillips with it on the far wing. He'll give it over to Stewart in the far corner for 3. That ball's long, but a good rebound by Phillips. Phillips gives it up to Clauser. Now back out to Jones, and we're going to set up offense once again.
Wow.
Jones kicks it over to Stewart. Now Stewart driving the lane, pulls up just inside the free throw line and banks it off the glass to tie the game at 7. 1:23 and counting left to go in the first quarter. Ball's quickly pushed down the court by the Indians. Now kicked back out to number 0. I do not have a name for him. Allen driving the lane for the Indians, backing down Clauser. He's going to kick it out to the corner, and an off-balance shot attempt is no good by Spells, but rebounded by Pitts for the Indians, and the Indians have kicked it back out and have set up offense once again. And it looks like they're going to get Spells on. We'll wait for the call here. They're going to get Spells on a charge, maybe an arm bar. So
push off, he called it.
The Bulldogs will take over on offense. Just under a minute left to go in the first quarter, trying to break the 7-7 tie.
Referee calls a timeout to reset something. I don't know. We had some guys checking in. I think that was the deal.
Jones with it now, bringing the ball up court. Dogs going 5 wide. Moulton's in the game now with the ball at the near wing. He drives and gives it up to Johnson, and Johnson's going to get called for a travel.
Wow.
Didn't see that.
Didn't see that.
But the Indians will take over with 41 seconds left here in the first quarter. Number 0 for the Indians. Walking the ball up, now giving it up to Canes. Indians working the ball around. Ball is going to be knocked out of an Indian's hand and turned over by Johnson. Johnson with it for the Dogs, pushing the ball up quickly. Over to Moulton. Moulton for 3. Moulton comes up just short on his attempt. Rebounded by Pitts for the Indians, but in transition, taken away by Clauser for the Dogs. Clauser driving the lane. Clauser going up for 2. Shot's no good. Rebounded by the Indians, number 0. And they're going to get, I think, Clauser on a foul.
Yeah, looks like that.
So the Indians, with 10.8 seconds left to go in the quarter, will inbound it underneath the Bulldog basket and have to go the length of the court here with 10 seconds to try for a last-second shot here. Number 0 driving the lane, now kicking out to Spells. Spells' 3-shot attempt is just wide to the left, rebounded by the Dogs. That will bring the quarter to an end with the score tied at 7.
Listen up. Do you need a new roof? Do you need roof repair? Well, I have a company just for you, CQ Roofing. Hometown roofer since 1999. They're state licensed and insured. Chris Poirier, the owner, is born and raised right here in Crestview, North Okaloosa County. Family owned and operated for 24 years, specializing in shingles and metal. Give them a call, 850-683-4169, or visit their website at cqroofing.com.
And we are back. Bulldogs taking on the Choctaw Indians. It is a tie ball game if you're just tuning in there on the blowtorch. Last time we played Choctaw, we lost by 2, 38-40, and it's another close game. 7 points for both teams come. Most of the points for Choctaw come from the line. Allen with 3. He was 3 of 4 from the line. Webb hit both of his baskets, and Pitts hit a basket. That makes 7. And for the Bulldogs, Johnson had 3, 2, and then 1 on the line. Made it a 3-point play. Stewart 2, and Knox 2.
And the Indians will take the opening possession of the second quarter. 0 for the Indians has the ball, now gives it up to Canes, and number 0 is going to give it back and let go a 3-point attempt. No shot's no good, but rebounded by the Indians. Number 15, Taylor, but unable to get the putback. The putback was rebounded by Moulton for the Dogs. Dogs back with it on offense. Jones with the ball in his hand. Working motion offense against the Indian man defense. Clauser with it, dribbling to the top of the key, and he'll give it up. A little passing cut, not there. Phillips with it now for the Dogs. The Dogs sharing it here early in the second quarter. Clauser driving the lane, kicks it out to Moulton. Moulton now driving baseline, gets stuck, kicks it back out to Johnson. Johnson's going to drive the lane, go up for 2. Shot's no good, rebounded by the Indians. Number 0 on the rebound, trying to go coast to coast. Clauser hunts him down and takes the ball away, and he's going to give that ball up to Jones. Now Crestview back with it on offense on their side of the court. Phillips with it in the far corner. Gets it out of there to Johnson. Johnson setting up offense now. Looks like 5 wide for the Dogs here. Moulton trying to work it inside the Clauser. Ball gets away, but somehow Jones ends up with it, unable to finish it at the rim. Rebounded by the Indians, and they're going to call a foul on Spells.
On who?
Against Spells. They're going to get Moulton fouling Spells. They're going to say that he wasn't shooting. So the ball is on the floor. Very questionable.
Well, it looked like Spells was trying to do something behind his back.
He was going behind his back, yeah. I don't know. We just went for the ball when he put it behind his back, right? It looked like, I don't know.
I couldn't see.
Ball's inbounded to Canes. Canes gives it inside to Pitts, and Pitts is able to finish that off for the Indians. So 9-7 Choctaw, 6:25 and counting left to go here in the first half. Jones with it right at half court, setting up offense. Looks like we're going 5 wide once again. A long three for Phillips, and that ball goes in and out, and that ball is getting wrestled for, and they're going to call it a jump ball, so that ball should go the way of the Dogs.
And you are correct.
And they're going to inbound this from the baseline. Knox is checking in for Moulton here. Phillips is getting this inbounded to Clauser in the far corner. Clauser dribbling it up, now giving it up to Johnson. Johnson setting up offense for the Dogs. Jones for a wide open three, and he finds the bottom. Puts the Dogs on top 10-9. 5:57 and counting left to go in the first half. Choctaw back with it on their side of the court, and that's Pitts driving the lane, now kicking it back out. Number 0 for the Indians goes up for a layup after driving the lane. The shot's no good, and the ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. The rebound, is going to be knocked out of bounds by an Indian, so the Dogs will take over here.
10-9 Bulldogs. Is this their first lead or close to it?
I think they scored the first 2 points. I'm not sure, though. Jones giving it up to Phillips, back to Jones. Jones shot fake, dribbles in for a long 2. Ball comes up short, rebounded by the Indians. Pushed forward to Canes. Canes is trying to take it the distance, and he does. Lays it off the glass for 2. Choctaw back on top, 11-10. Crestview quickly back down the line. Jones with it. Now gives it up to Phillips. Phillips thought about 3, pulls it back down and gives it up to Johnson, who's going to set up offense for the Dogs. Looks like 4 motion, looking inside. Jones is trying to get the ball inside to Knox. Instead, he'll drive the lane. Now kicks it out to Phillips. Phillips back over to Jones. Jones for a long 2, maybe? Yep, a long 2. Foot was on the line of the 3-point line. He does find it. Puts the Dogs back on top, 12-11. 4:45 and counting left to go here in the first half. Canes with the ball across half court for the Indians, and he'll drive the lane. Now kicks it back out to Webb. Indians now moving the ball around the perimeter. Dogs, as we've seen them for the majority of the year, in man-to-man defense. Pitts backs down Knox, but unable to finish. A loose ball rebound by Taylor. Taylor's unable to get the putback, and Clauser ends up with the second rebound for the Dogs. And this ball is a loose ball. They take the ball away from Jones. Pitts ends up with it for the Indians and lays it in for the at the other end. Gives Choctaw the 13-12 lead.
We got a timeout.
And I think we got a timeout from the Dogs with 4:06 left to go in the first half. Dogs down 13-12.
Guys, listen up. Did you spend too long out on the boat this Saturday fishing? Have you been on the links a little too much? Do you need to get out of the doghouse? Let me tell you where you need to go. Joey the Jeweler. He's on Main Street right by Desi's. He's got tons of beautiful jewels to win your girl back over. And make sure to go like and share his Facebook page. He's always doing great giveaways, so you have a chance to win something free for your girl. So head on over to facebook.com/Joey the Jeweler. Or you guys could just ask Siri what the phone number is.
Hey Siri, what is the phone number to Joey the Jeweler?
Joey the Jeweler's phone number is 850-682-1980.
And we are back 13-12. Choctaw Indians on top. The Bulldogs has the ball. They have to go the length of the court with 4 minutes left here in the first half.
Ball's inbounded to Jones. Really no presses on either side so far.
No.
Playing a lot of half-court defense and offense here early, trying to run the floor a little bit are the Indians. Jones on the Euro step, unable to finish. Loose ball's picked up by Webb for the Indians, and he'll pass it up to Pitts. And Pitts' shot's going to get blocked out of bounds. Ball's going to go out of bounds on the Dogs, but a nice block that time.
Clauser.
By Clauser.
Clauser, yep.
The Indians will set up an inbound play from their baseline. And they'll find their safety valve up top to Webb. Webb is going to set up or initiate offense for the Indians. Pitts drives the lane. Shots get blocked again. Kicked up to Jones. Jones' shot gets blocked from behind. And it'll get blocked out of bounds by the Indians. So Crestview will set up a baseline inbound play here with 3:30 left to go in the first half, down by 1. Purdue with it, trying to get this ball inbounded, and he will turn the ball over. And the Indians quickly push that ball up across the court. Unable to finish the wide open layup, though, are the Indians. Now the Dogs trying to push the ball up the court, and that pass is going to be taken away by Webb for the Indians. But in transition, he shoots an air ball. Stewart with it, pushing it up to Jones, and Jones lays it in. Dogs on top 14-13. 3:06 and counting left to go in the first half. And the Dogs are showing a little bit of a press here for the first time tonight. They're trying to trap the ball handler, almost tipped away by Stewart. Now backing out of it are the Dogs. Choctaw with it across half court. Webb driving baseline, going up and putting it off the glass for 2 and going to get fouled, and he'll go to the line for the 3-point play.
Some pretty good action there. Back and forth, 3 block shots total. 2 on the Bulldog side, and then Choctaw gets a block shot. But Jones is the only scorer for the Bulldogs here in the second quarter.
Webb's attempt is good, so give the Indians a 16-14 lead, 2:47 left to go in the first half. Now the Indians showing a little bit of pressure, and that ball is thrown away almost by the Dogs, but they're going to get Webb on a loose ball foul. He went to attempt to steal, and they're going to say he got a little too much contact there. Dogs setting up to beat the press once again. We get it inbounded this time to Stewart. Now the Indians backing up into half-court defense. Stewart over to Purdue. Dogs working the ball around here. 2:30 and counting left to go in the first half. Jones on the near wing. He might try to create something off the dribble. Decides to give it up. Stewart backing his defender down. Now trying to post-entry pass to Knox. Not there. Gets the ball back. Then gets it to Knox. Knox goes up strong, but his first attempt's no good. Second attempt's no good, but rebounded by Jones and put back in. That ties the game at 16. 2 minutes left to go in the first half. The Indians quickly break the press, and they're going to get a foul on Jones for trying to knock the ball away from behind. And the Indians are in bonus. And they'll go to the line to shoot 1-1.
2 minutes left here, tie ball game. If you're just tuned in here, the radio Bulldogs taking on the Choctaw Indians here at Crestview's gym. 16-16 is the score. Back and forth, a real defensive game. I don't want to say sloppy, but it's been a pretty good defensive game so far.
Spells with the line for the Indians. He has the ball, and his first attempt is good, so he'll have another attempt. We'll try to increase the Indian lead to 2. Spells finds the next basket, 18-16 Indians, just inside of 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Jones with it for the Dogs. Ball's worked inside to Blackwell. Blackwell kicks it further down to Knox, and Knox lays it off the glass for 2. Scores tied at 18. A minute and 43 and counting. The Indians trying to break the Bulldog press, and they do with the pass. Webb with it, driving the lane against Knox, and he's able to make a nice move and finish at the with the lay. 20-18 Indians. A minute and 28. Quickly back down the court are the Dogs. Stewart unable to complete the layup on the other end, rebounded by the Indians. Now the Indians are back on offense, working the ball around the perimeter. That Spells driving the lane, kicking out for corner 3, and that one will find the mark. That was Hansey. Hansey gives the Indians the 23-18 lead with a minute and 4 and counting left to go in the first half. Dogs working the ball up the court, trying to eat into this Indian lead, and that ball's going to be thrown away by Jones. Hansey on the turnover, and they're going to call that ball out on an Indian. Right around half court, the ball got knocked out of Hansey's hands, and they're going to say that ball went out on Hansey. So the Dogs will set up with 53 seconds left. They'll inbound the ball right in front of the scorer's table. And they do get the ball inbounded to Jones. Jones still in the back court, now working his way across half court. He'll initiate offense here for the Dogs. Thinking about trying to create something off the dribble. He's driving the lane and tries to go up, and he's going to say that he got fouled on the shot attempt. So Jones will go to the line to shoot 2. Shot was no good. They're going to say that foul was on number 14, Pitts, for the Indians. And there's 2 Pitts. That was number 14 Pitts. There's number 2 Pitts and number 14 Pitts.
I didn't realize that. I got to be brothers, right?
I would assume. Jones with the ball at the line.
Both teams in bonus now.
First attempt finds the bottom of the basket.
$10 points for Jones now here in the first half.
Second attempt for Jones upcoming. Taking a couple of dribbles. And the shot is up and it's good. Cuts the Indian lead to 3, 23-20. Indians on top, 37 seconds left to go here in the first half. Dogs showing press. Trying to get the ball inbounded is Webb for the Indians, and he does get the ball inbounded. And they're going to call a backcourt foul on Phillips that time. So number 3, Spells, will go to the line to shoot 1-and-1 for the Indians.
34 seconds left here in the first half. Bulldogs taking on the Choctaw Indians, 23-20. And Spells go to the line. He's already hit 2. He's 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Spells' first attempt finds the bottom, so he'll have another one coming up to try to make the Indians increase the Indian lead to 5. Second attempt is off to the right, rebounded by Clauser. 24-20, Indians on top, 30 seconds left to go in the half. Purdue with it for the Dogs, pushing it up the floor for Crestview. He'll kick it out to Clauser. Clauser giving it up to Stewart. Stewart for 3 from the near wing. Ball goes just long. Rebounded eventually by the Indians. 14 Pitts for the Indians with the rebound. 8 seconds left to go here in the game, in the half. The Indians playing for a last shot. Webb lets one go from the far wing. Air ball, no good. Clock runs out. Choctaw goes to the half, up 24-20.
Well, if you haven't heard by now, we have a paintball tank park. It's the only thing like it in this part of the country. You heard me right. Tank park. Get in a tank, shoot paintballs. This is a great opportunity for the whole family, for groups. You want to do team building, take them out to Baker and climb in a tank and shoot paintballs. Birthday party, shoot paintballs. Get in a tank and have some fun. Go to their Facebook page and book an appointment at Oddball Tactics.
Tradition is where our roots are planted. From humble beginnings based on affordable, trustworthy service, Brackney Funeral Service has grown into a reliable resource your family can depend on. Rooted in our traditions, we stay firmly connected to the families we serve and the care we provide. We continue serving all faiths and families in the only way we know how, by staying true to our heritage. Brackney Funeral Service is locally owned and operated by Terry Brackney, Highway 90 East in Crestview. Call 683-9898.
Hello, friends. This is Brandon Martin, General Manager at Blackwater Golf Club here in Crestview, Florida. From the newly renovated 18 holes to the Top Tracer driving range, Blackwater has something to offer for everybody. Open 7 days a week for the best pricing. Book your tee times in advance on our website, golfatblackwater.com.
Hey, this is Kim again with your friendly hometown landscaping company, Always Blooming Landscape. If you're looking for pavers to do your driveways, patios, walkways, and or borders, we have a special for our radio listening audience. We are offering you 10% off your paver installation project. So call us at 850-682-2919 to take advantage of this 10% discount when you mention this ad. That's 682-2919. Always Blooming Landscape. Let us grow with you.
Hey, this is Amber with the Cottage Boutique and Formal Wear. Ladies, if you're looking for something for a special occasion, stop in and see us. And for the men, we also offer tuxedo rentals for prom, weddings, and anything that you really need them for. We are open Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday from 10 to 1. We're closed on Sundays and Mondays. If you don't know where we're located and you happen to want to stop in and see us, we're at the corner of Wilson Street and Highway 90. And you can also call us anytime at 850-682-2446.
Mom, I spilled my drink on the sofa.
It'll be all right. We'll get it cleaned up.
Honey, I accidentally ran over some of your flowers with a lawnmower.
They'll grow back.
Little accidents can usually be solved at home, but when you're involved in a vehicle accident, you need to have the professionals at Crestview Paint and Body take care of the repairs, and you'll have your vehicle back in your driveway as quick as possible. Crestview Paint and Body, 682-5257 for a job done right.
Hello, this is Dixie Dan Powell. Just like in the courtroom, you got to be bulldog tough. It takes teamwork to get to the goal line and to win the game. Go Bulldogs. Call us, Powell Injury Law, 850-306-2667. That's 850-306-2667.
And we are back. And let's go real quick. Like this is a low-scoring ball game. 20-24 if you're just tuned in. The Bulldogs pretty much have been down all night to the Choctaw Indians. Maybe a tie here or there and maybe up one basket, but it didn't last long. The first quarter, 7-point. It was 7-7 going into the second quarter. But the 20 points for the Bulldogs looks like this. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm doing my math out loud. 11 points. Jones leads the Bulldogs with 11. And then after that, you've got Johnson with 3 points. He hit a bucket and he converted his foul. Then you've got Stewart with a bucket and Knox with 2 buckets. That is it for the Bulldogs. For the Choctaw Indians, you have 6 points for Pitts. And you have 7 points for Webb. Those are your leading scorers. And then you've got a few baskets along the way. You've got Spales. He's 3 for 4 for the line with 3 points. Haney hit a 3 behind the line. And then you've got Canes with 1 basket. Makes 24 points. So your score right now is 24-20. We have about 5 minutes left here before the third quarter begins. Let's go over the schedule real quick. Like we've had a change in the schedule. So the Bulldogs was going to play Friday night against Walton. They will move that to Monday, this coming Monday, because the girls will be on the floor Friday night in playoff mode. So we will not be able to carry that game on Monday night. But Tuesday, we have Booker T over in Pensacola. We will carry that game. And then Thursday, we wrap up the regular season with Gulf Breeze. So as we was talking to the coach earlier, he feels like right now we're in position 13 in the region. For us to slide up maybe in the 8 slot, which that's where we need to be guaranteed pretty much a position in the regional play, then we need to run the table starting tonight. Then you'd have Walton, Booker T, and Gulf Breeze. Listen, Gulf Breeze has only lost a couple games, 2 or 3 games. That's going to be a tough game for the Bulldogs. But district play, if everything holds set the way it is right now, no matter we win or lose, we're the 3rd seed for the district playoffs. That means we will play 1 home game against Milton Tuesday week. And then Wednesday we'll travel to Tate if we win. And if we win that game, we will travel to Gulf Breeze. So before we have third quarter play, we'll take a break and we'll be right back. Bulldogs are down 24-20 at halftime.
Listen up. Do you need a new roof? Do you need roof repair? Well, I have a company just for you, CQ Roofing. Hometown roofer since 1999. They're state licensed and insured. Chris Poirier, the owner, is born and raised right here in Crestview, North Okaloosa County. Family owned and operated for 24 years, specializing in shingles and metal. Give them a call, 850-683-4169, or visit their website at cqroofing.com.
Guys, listen up. Did you spend too long out on the boat this Saturday fishing? Have you been on the links a little too much? Do you need to get out of the doghouse? Let me tell you where you need to go. Joey the Jeweler. He's on Main Street right by Desi's. He's got tons of beautiful jewels to win your girl back over. And make sure to go like and share his Facebook page. He's always doing great giveaways, so you have a chance to win something free for your girl. So head on over to facebook.com/Joey the Jeweler. Or you guys could just ask Siri what the phone number is.
Hey Siri, what is the phone number to Joey the Jeweler?
Joey the Jeweler's phone number is 850-682-1980.
Well, if you haven't heard by now, we have a paintball tank park. It's the only thing like it in this part of the country. You heard me right. Tank park. Get in a tank, shoot paintballs. This is a great opportunity for the whole family, for groups. You want to do team building, take them out to Baker and climb in a tank and shoot paintballs. Birthday party, shoot paintballs. Get in a tank and have some fun. Go to their Facebook page and book an appointment at Oddball Tactics.
Tradition is where our roots are planted. From humble beginnings based on affordable, trustworthy service, Brackney Funeral Service has grown into a reliable resource your family can depend on. Rooted in our traditions, we stay firmly connected to the families we serve and the care we provide. We continue serving all faiths and families in the only way we know how, by staying true to our heritage. Brackney Funeral Service is locally owned and operated by Terry Brackney, Highway 90 East in Crestview. Call 683-9898.
Hello, friends. This is Brandon Martin, General Manager at Blackwater Golf Club here in Crestview, Florida. From the newly renovated 18 holes to the Top Tracer driving range, Blackwater has something to offer for everybody. Open 7 days a week for the best pricing. Book your tee times in advance on our website, golfatblackwater.com.
Hey, this is Kim again with your friendly hometown landscaping company, Always Blooming Landscape. If you're looking for pavers to do your driveways, patios, walkways, and or borders, we have a special for our radio listening audience. We are offering you 10% off your paver installation project. So call us at 850-682-2919 to take advantage of this 10% discount when you mention this ad. That's 682-2919. Always Blooming Landscape. Let us grow with you.
We're back. About to start third quarter. If you're just tuning in on the radio, 24-20 is the score. Choctaw innings, a very low-scoring ball game. 7 points for both teams in the first quarter, and in the second quarter, they outscored us 17-13. And it looks like the Indians will have the ball,
and they will, and they'll inbound it to number 4 Webb, and Webb will walk it up for the Indians on their first possession of the second half. Looks like they're going 5 wide here against the Bulldog defense early. Allen kicks it out to Hansey. Hansey driving the lane, and he tries to lay it off the glass. Shot's no good. Put back by Pitts is no good, but the loose ball after that is recovered by Hansey. Hansey kicks it out and sets up offense again. Now Webb's going to let it go a 3. Ball comes up short. Rebounded by Stewart for the Dogs. Stewart running this ball up the floor for Crestview, and he's just going to keep going to the lane. Tries to lay it up high off the glass. Shot's no good. Rebounded by Knox and put back in by Knox. Indians up 24-22. 7:08 and counting left to go in the third quarter. Webb trying to go coast to coast. He's going to get fouled and puts a fadeaway off the glass.
Nice.
Finds the bottom of the basket, so he'll go to the line to try to complete the three-point play.
That was a pretty shot from Webb, falling away, hitting the bank. I will say this, I've noticed tonight, this is probably one of the few nights that we have given the opposing team second, third, fourth opportunities underneath, the basket for the offense, the opposing team.
Webb with it at the line. His attempt is good. Pushes the score. Choctaw 27, Crestview 22. 7 minutes and counting left to go here in the third quarter. Stewart with it for Crestview. And he's setting up offense. Bulldogs kind of running a little passing cut. Blackwell with it. Thought about driving the lane. Kicks it over to the corner to Stewart for three. Stewart's long off the back iron, but rebounded by the Dogs. That was Clauser on the rebound and the putback. Cuts the score. Indians up 27-24, 6:38 and counting left to go in the third. Indians quickly down the floor. And it looks like Allen will pull up from the free throw line and find 2 points. Gives the Indians the 29-24 lead, 6:25 and counting left to go here in the third. Crestview quickly back on offense. They're going to find Stewart at the top of the key for three. Goes long off the back iron. Long rebounded. Got his own rebound. He'll give it up to Purdue. Now Blackwell with it, setting up offense for the Dogs. Blackwell driving the lane. Blackwell gets his shot blocked, but gets his own rebound. Finds a cutting Stewart. Stewart unable to lay it in off the glass, and that time the Indians get the rebound. Hansey with the rebound. He'll push it forward to Pitts. Pitts driving the lane, and he's going to get fouled by, it looks like, Purdue. Should be on the floor. No, they're going to say number 4, Blackwell, was the guilty party. Ball is on the floor, so the Indians will set up an inbounds play here underneath their basket. They get the ball inside to Allen, and Allen lays it off the glass for two. 31-24, Indians on top, 5:54 and counting. Left to go in the third quarter. Crestview setting up offense. They have it. Jones driving the lane, laying the ball up, and the shot just goes off the rim. He does get fouled, so he'll go to the line to shoot two. Thought that was going to roll in there for a second.
Yeah. Bulldogs with 2 baskets so far here in the third quarter. Clauser makes his first basket of the night and knocks. And Jones now trying to make a couple points here for the Bulldogs.
Jones buries his first attempt. Jones dribbling at the line, taking one more dribble. Shots up and good. Cuts the Indian lead to 5, 31-26. Indians on top. Bulldogs showing press. Indians having a hard time getting this ball inbounded. Finally due to Webb. Webb makes a nice move on Clauser, and he's going to go coast to coast, and they're going to call a charge.
Yeah, got to.
So the Bulldogs will pick up a charge. Webb gets called for the charge. Dogs will take over on offense. The Indians showing press here early in the third quarter. Phillips gets the ball inbounded to Purdue. Purdue's going to dribble past his defender, pulling up from the free throw line. A nice backdoor pass to Clauser. Clauser unable to finish it off. He gets get his own rebound, goes back up again, misses his second attempt, and this time the ball is rebounded by the Indians. Pitts on the rebound, number 2. Pitts dribbling it up for the Indians. Webb with it at the near wing. And Hansey finally gets it at the near wing, lets one go for 3. Ball goes just long, rebounded by Jones, but throws the rebound away. Indians take back over, and Allen's going to go up for 2, but before he does, he's going to get called for traveling. So the Dogs will take over. The Indians still showing press here. We do get the ball inbounded, now they're backing out of it. Phillips walking the ball up for the Dogs. We're in our motion offense here against the Indian man's defense. Purdue drives the lane, kicks it out to Phillips. Phillips decides to pass on the shot attempt. Now kicks it over to Purdue for 3. Shots wide right, rebounded by the Indians. Pitts quickly moves the ball up to Webb. Webb unable to finish at the other end, rebounded by the Dogs. Blackwell on the rebound. Blackwell dribbles all the way down the court, now kicks it to Phillips for 3, and the ball goes in and out. The rebounded by the Indians. Allen quickly pushes the ball up to Webb. Webb going up for 2 is going to get fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Wow, back and forth, 31-26 with 4 minutes left here in the third quarter, 4:11 exactly. And it's been pretty much all Choctaw the third quarter. I say all Choctaw. They're trying to stretch it out.
Webb's first attempt rolls in. Webb with it at the line. His second attempt is up, and it's going to roll out this time. Nice rebound by the Dogs. Clauser with the rebound. He's dribbling it up for the Dogs, and he pushes it forward to Jones. Now Jones backs it back out. The Dogs are going to slow down, set up offense here. 32-26, Choctaw on top is our score. Johnson with it at the top of the key. Thought about trying to create something off the dribble, thought better of it, kicked it back out. Purdue now driving the lane. Purdue goes up for two. Off balance shot's no good. Rebounded by Pitts. Quickly back down the end of the court. He finds a streaking Allen down the court. Allen gets the full court pass and lays it in for two. 34-26, Choctaw on top. 3:30 and counting left to go here in the third. Johnson with it for the Dogs, and he's driving in the lane. Off balance shot there. No good. Rebounded by the Indians. That was number 15, Taylor, on the rebound. The Indians, Webb pushing the ball quickly across the floor, and he's going to get called for another charge driving the lane, and he's still down, taking him a little time to get up. Dogs will take over on possession when he does. 3:14 left to go here in the third quarter.
10-6 in the third quarter. Choctaw's ahead in the third quarter. The total score 34-26. And we've got a man down on the court just for a second. I don't know if they just maybe lost his breath. If you're tuned in on,
they're calling for a trainer, so it's going to take
if you're tuned in on the radio, if you'd like to watch the game, if you get somewhere where you can watch your TV screen or your phone, you can go to WAAZ, WJSB at YouTube. When you go to YouTube, just type in that WAAZ and you'll see our logo there. Click it on, see the live, and you watch the game.
Dogs back with it on offense. Johnson walking the ball up for Crestview. They're starting out 5 wide. Johnson dribbling around the top of the key, initiating offense for the Dogs. Purdue with it at the far wing, making a move on his man. Now kicking it back out to Jones. Jones for a contested three. Ball comes up short. Ball's going to be rebounded by Allen of the Indians, and a late foul called. It looks like they're going to get maybe Phillips. Nope, they're going to get Purdue on a foul. 2:48 left to go here in the third quarter. Foul was on the floor. The Indians still in the back court working against the Bulldog press. Allen working against Purdue, and he's going to pass the ball up to a teammate. Kicks it out to a corner three. Shots long. Attempted by Alford for the Indians. Rebounded by Phillips. Phillips trying to go coast to coast, and his shot's going to get blocked from behind. Rebounded by the Indians. The Indians pushing the ball back down the court now. Number 0 driving the lane, now kicking it out once again for another corner three attempted by Alford. Once again, no good. Rebounded by Clauser. Clauser trying to push the ball up to Jones. Jones has it on the low block, and he puts it off the glass for two. 34-28, Dogs down. Indians lead, and the Indians are going to get called for a travel in the back court against the Bulldog press. So the Bulldogs will take over on offense.
Great opportunity for the Bulldogs to pick up 4 quick points and get back in this ball game. That Choctaw was trying to spread it out just a little bit, and the Bulldogs could tighten it back up.
Purdue with the ball underneath the Bulldog basket, trying to get the ball inbounded, and he's going to throw that ball away on the inbound play, taken away by Alford for the Indians. Number 0 pushes it up to number 3, Spells, and Spells is going to lay it in for two. With 1:58 left to go in the third quarter, Choctaw takes a timeout, up 36-28.
Hey, this is Amber with the Cottage Boutique and Formal Wear. Ladies, if you're looking for something for a special occasion, stop in and see us. And for the men, we also offer tuxedo rentals for prom, weddings, and anything that you really need them for. We are open Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday from 10 to 1. We're closed on Sundays and Mondays. If you don't know where we're located and you happen to want to stop in and see us, we're at the corner of Wilson Street and Highway 90. And you can also call us anytime at 850-682-2446.
Back here at Crestview Gym, scores 36-28. Choctaws had the lead pretty much all night long. And we have right at 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. It is Bulldogs ball. They are scoring on the right side of your screen, Choctaw on the left side of your screen. Or if you're looking at your radio dial, I meant to say Tommy.
Dogs with it. Johnson walking it up for the Dogs. Just inside of 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Gives it up to Jones. Jones driving baseline. He'll spin and fire it back out to Stewart. Stewart works it back over to Jones for a corner three, and that one finds the bottom. Cuts the Indian lead to 5. Indians on top 36-31. Quickly pushing the ball down the court are the Indians, and finding a fast break basket. That was number 14 Pitts for the Indians. And somehow the Bulldogs are going to throw that ball away.
Was they being even?
I wasn't watching.
I don't even think there's nobody on them.
There wasn't a press.
There was nobody on them.
The ball just got away from our ball handler, I guess. Indians will take over underneath their own basket for a baseline inbound play. 1:27 left to go here in the third quarter. Indians on top 38-31. They'll get this ball inbounded to Spells at the top of the key. Now the Indians are initiating offense. Looks like they're going 4-out motion. They'll kick it for a corner three. Shot goes just long, and the rebound's going to be knocked out of bounds. They're going to say by a dog. So the possession will remain with the Indians. And they'll set up another baseline inbound play here. They find their safety valve at the top of the key. That's number 24, Canes. Number 0 trying to create something off the dribble. He gets hung up. Ball's almost taken away. Now Alford. Dogs almost turn it over, and they're going to call a foul going for the basketball, and they're going to call that on number 5, Phillips. Ball's on the floor. Choctaw will inbound it right near the scorer's table. They're going to fling that ball into the backcourt to Spells, and now Spells walking it up inside of a minute to play in the third quarter, and Spells is going to get caught with a traveling call. So the Dogs will finally see the ball again offensively. So the turnover didn't necessarily hurt us. Stewart with it across half court for the Dogs. 4-out motion for the Dogs here with 45 seconds left to go here in the third. Stewart for a wide open three. Ball's off to the left. Rebounded by Phillips. Phillips goes up for the putback. Shot's no good, but he does get fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
One of the smallest guys on the court getting in there, banging around, and getting the rebound, almost putting it up. 7-point lead for the Choctaw Indians with 38 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Phillips spinning the ball at the line. Shot's up and good. He'll have one more attempt.
That's his first bucket tonight.
Taking his dribbles at the line. Shots up, and that one's no good. Rebounded by Knox and put it back in by Knox. Cuts the Indian lead to 4, 38-34. 30 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Bulldogs in the press. The Indians able to break it with the pass, but throw it away in transition. Turnover for the Dogs. The Dogs will take over with 24 seconds and counting left to go here in the third. Jones has the ball, bringing it up for the Dogs, and he's got under a little pressure. He's going to find Johnson at the top of the key. Johnson dishes it off to Knox down low. Knox didn't like it there. 10 seconds left. Jones is going to work it back into Knox, excuse me. He goes to work on his defender. He's unable to finish at the rim. Choctaw on a fast break, and they're going to lay one in at the buzzer. And that's going to move the score to Choctaw 40, Crestview 34 going into the fourth quarter.
Mom, I spilled my drink on the sofa.
It'll be all right. We'll get it cleaned up.
Honey, I accidentally ran over some of your flowers with a lawnmower.
They'll grow back.
Little accidents can usually be solved at home, but when you're involved in a vehicle accident, you need to have the professionals. At Crestview Paint and Body, take care of the repairs, and you'll have your vehicle back in your driveway as quick as possible. Crestview Paint and Body, 682-5257, for a job done right.
Hello, this is Dixie Dan Powell. Just like in the courtroom, you got to be bulldog tough. It takes teamwork to get to the goal line and to win the game. Go Bulldogs. Call us, Powell Injury Law, 850-306-2667. That's 850-306-2667.
Welcome back. Bulldogs are down 34-40 to the Choctaw Indians. It's been Indians' lead pretty much all night. Bulldogs, I believe, got one time they got the lead and tied it once at 7 at the end of the first quarter. But it'll be Bulldogs' ball here in the fourth quarter to take it out. Go into the right of your screen.
Ball's inbounded to Jones in the backcourt. He's under duress against the press. He'll pass it up to Phillips. Phillips down low to Knox. Knox with a nice finish at the rim, cuts the Indian lead to 4, 40-36. Indians on top. 7:41 and counting left to go here in the fourth quarter. Allen with it, pushing it forward to Webb for the Indians. Now the Indians on the right side of the court. Webb and Spells initiating offense here for the Indians. They're trying to work this ball inside to Allen. Post entry is taken away by Jones for the Dogs, and he almost gets fouled in the backcourt. He gives it up to Stewart, and Stewart overthrows Johnson on the cross-court pass. The Indians will take over on the turnover.
I'd hate to have to count the turnovers tonight for both teams, actually.
They're going to call backcourt violation against the Indians, I guess.
I thought they was calling a foul on the Bulldogs, but
so the Bulldogs will take over on the turnover. Stewart's going to try to get this ball inbounded right in front of the scoring table, and he does to Johnson. Johnson walking it up across half court for the Dogs, and he'll try to go by his defender. He's going to give the ball up to Phillips. Now Jones with it at the top of the key. Jones dribbling around, setting up 4-out motion for the Dogs. Just inside of 7 minutes left to play here in this ball game. Dogs down by 4, trying to cut into that Indian lead. Johnson driving the lane, going up for 2, and a nice move at the rim. Lays it in for 2, 40-38. Indians on top. 6:39 and counting left to go in the ball game. The Indians easily break the Bulldog press that time. Webb for a transition 3, and he finds the bottom of the bucket on the far corner. 43-38. Dogs trail here. Back with the ball. Johnson walking it up for the Dogs. Phillips takes the pass, thought about driving. Now kicking back up top to the key to Johnson. Johnson gives it up to Stewart. Stewart works it down low to Knox. Knox unable to finish the post move. The Indians quickly down the court, a 3-on-1, and Johnson blocks the shot and stands up tall on the 3-on-1 fast break. Ball gets knocked out of bounds by the Dogs. Ball will remain with Choctaw, but a nice defensive play there by Johnson.
Wow, what a play. 6 minutes left in the ball game. It's going to come down to the wire. You don't want to touch the dial. What a great game. Packed house, too, for the Bulldogs.
The Indians find their safety valve in Allen at the top of the key, and they're going to call a foul on the court. That foul's going to go against Knox. So we'll set up another inbound play here with 5:58 left to go in the game. Indians on top, 43-38. They're going to try Allen again at the top of the key, and he gets it. And he flings it across court to Pitts. Pitts driving the lane, going up strong and finishing. Extends the Indian lead to 7, 45-38. Indians on top, 5:45 and counting left to go in the ball game. Johnson with it for the Dogs. He gives it up to Jones. Jones trying to get a floater to go. That ball goes off the back of the rim, and he's going to get his own rebound, but had to dive out of bounds and throw it back in to an Indian. And number 0 for the Indians goes coast to coast. Lays it in for 2, 47-38. Indians on top. And Phillips trying to go coast to coast. He misses the layup, but an excellent rebound and put back by Knox. 47-40, Indians on top. Indians quickly down the court. They're going to find Webb for a corner 3, so that's going to extend the Indian lead to 10, 50-40. 5:06 left to go in the game. Crestview calls a timeout here, and I'm not sure if it's full or 30.
Listen up. Do you need a new roof? Do you need roof repair? Well, I have a company just for you, CQ Roofing. Hometown Roofer since 1999. They're state licensed and insured. Chris Poirier, the owner, is born and raised right here in Crestview, North Okaloosa County. Family owned and operated for 24 years, specializing in shingles and metal. Give them a call, 850-683-4169, or visit their website at CQ Roofing. Rights to the broadcast of this state championship game in the 2022 FHSA.
Guys, listen up. Did you spend too long out on the boat this Saturday fishing? Have you been on the links a little too much? Do you need to get out of the doghouse? Let me tell you where you need to go. Joey the Jeweler. He's on Main Street right by Desi's. He's got tons of beautiful jewels to win your girl back over. And make sure to go like and share his Facebook page. He's always doing great giveaways, so you have a chance to win something free for your girl. So head on over to facebook.com/Joey the Jeweler. Or you guys could just ask Siri what the phone number is.
Hey Siri, what is the phone number to Joey the Jeweler?
Joey the Jeweler's phone number is 850-682-1980.
And we're back. Jones buries a three from the far wing, cuts the Indian lead to 7. 50-30-43. Indians on top, trying to break the Bulldog press, and they do with the pass. They push the ball up to Pitts, and Pitts is going to get caught with traveling. So the Bulldogs will take over, down by 7. 4:32 in the game. Plenty of time for the Dogs. They're trying to claw their way back here in the final quarter. Johnson walking it up for the Dogs. Looks like we're going 5 wide against the Indian man-to-man defense. Stewart with it, driving the lane, gets in trouble, and he's going to get called for a foul. They're going to call that on the floor.
Oh.
That foul's going to go against Webb. So an inbound play coming up for the Dogs.
We'll take it.
Phillips finding Stewart over in the far corner. Stewart driving the lane, now going up for a floater, and that ball's going to roll out. Rebounded by Allen for the Indians. Number 0 for the Indians, moving the ball quickly up court, and he's going to get fouled going up for his layup. He'll find his layup and go to the line to shoot 2, or excuse me, to shoot 1 and complete the 3-point play.
Nice move. Allen, one of the top scorers with 11 points so far for the Choctaw Indians.
Number 0 shot is no good. Almost put back by Pitts. The second attempt is rebounded by number 0, and he does get the putback. So 54-43, Dogs on top. 4:02 left to, or excuse me, Indians on top. 4:02 left to go in the game, and they're going to get the Indians for a foul right around half court. The ball will stay on the floor. The Indians on defense now. Johnson bringing the ball up for the Dogs. Looks like motion offense for the Dogs. Jones with it at the top of the key. He'll drive around to the elbow, kick it, ball back out to the Purdue. Purdue is going to get that ball taken, almost taken away, and now does get it taken away. And Allen is going to finish it with the slam at the other end. 56-43, Indians lead. 3:35 and counting left to go here in the game. The Bulldogs reeling a little bit. Johnson with it at the top of the key. He'll give it up to Phillips. Now back to Johnson around the block, and Johnson's shot's going to get blocked. They're going to call that a jump ball, and that ball will go with the Indians since Crestview started with the ball on offense. And I'm not sure what's going on down there, Tim.
There was something going on.
Something in the stands, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know what in the world. I mean, you've got people all over the court.
They're on top of it. The SROs are over there. They got it in the hallway back there. Some kind of little, what you want to call it? Scuffle in the stands happened. So nothing involved in the game.
Right. It was a stand thing.
Choctaw was just trying to get their players away from it.
Wow.
Crestvew's going to use this opportunity to take a little mini timeout here. Choctaw does have the ball once we kick things back up. And it looks like everything has settled down now. Choctaw has the ball. Walking the ball up is number 0 for the Indians. Man, I wish I had a number for him. He's a pretty good player.
He is. No name.
Driving the baseline is Webb, and he hits the reverse lay. 58-43, 3:08 left to go in the game. Indians on top. Johnson with it at the top of the key for the Dogs. Crestview's going to have to find some magic to work their way back in the game with 3 minutes left. Jones driving the lane, and he's going to get fouled. They're going to call a blocking foul on Webb, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, they're not going to do it with 2-pointers. They're going to have to hit a few threes to get back into it quickly with only 2:54 left in the ball game, down by 15 points. And Jones pretty much been the scorer tonight for the Bulldogs, him and Knox.
Jones with it at the line. Shots up and good.
That's 22 points now for Jones. 12 points for Knox, and then just a couple baskets for a couple guys, and that is it.
Jones' second attempt's up and good, so he cuts the Indian lead 58-45. Indians with it quickly across half court. That's number 0. He gets called for a traveling charge, tried to stop and give it up to Pitts at the last second. 2:48 left to go in the ball game. Johnson with it for the Dogs across half court. Dogs really need to find a 3 here if possible, as you said, Tim.
Yep.
Jones with it, driving the lane, now
There we
kicking it
go.
out to Purdue. Purdue going to give it back to Jones down inside, and he's going to get fouled, unable to hit the shot, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2 more.
I don't have a problem if the clock stops and he's making baskets and they're not, that we can crawl back in that way. He needs to make 2 right here. That'll get us in with, 11? It is quiet in the house now with everything going on.
Jones makes his opener. Jones taking his last dribble at the line. The ball's up and good. 58-47, Indians on top. 2:30 and counting left to go in the game. Bulldogs pressing, trying to find a turnover. Allen dribbling the ball up, now passing it forward, and Pitts is going to take a transition 3. Ball comes up short. Rebounded, though, by number 0 for the Indians. And he'll drive right back into the lane and get fouled going up for a layup. Layup's no good, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Allen has come to play this second half. All of his points have been this second half. 15 points so far in the game, and most of them's been in the
Zero's first attempt is good.
Yep. Is that 0?
Yep.
Oh, 0. I thought that was Allen. When you said Allen, I don't know why I was thinking Allen. Oh, 0.
He ain't on there.
He ain't on here. I'm just going to write it down.
Zero's second attempt goes in and out, rebounded by Jones for the Dogs. Jones with it across half court for the Dogs. Bulldogs need a bucket, and they need it quickly. Jones spinning, driving, and he'll get fouled, and he'll go to the line. Both teams are in the bonus.
Well, he's made 4 straight from the line with the clock stopped. So we're slowly, if he can make these 2 right here, we can still get back within 11. Excuse me,
Makes
10.
his first one.
Sorry about that.
Jones back with the ball.
Everybody's quiet. I feel like we're playing golf. I feel like we're calling a golf game.
He knocks his second one down. Cuts the Indians lead to 10. 49. Left to play. 2 minutes left. Indians working against the Bulldog press. They'll push it up across half court. Now slowing the ball down are the Indians. Might be trying to play a little keep away. Nope, number 0 is just going to drive the lane and score pretty much uncontested. 61-49 now, Indians on top. 1:40 and counting left to go in the ball game. Johnson quickly down the floor for the Dogs. Now Purdue driving baseline, kicks it over to Clauser on the opposite block, and Clauser able to finish that one from below block. 61-51, Indians on top, and we got another 3-on-1 situation. This time Johnson's not going to hold up too well. He's going to get fouled, and they're going to count the bucket
What? He was
So
still
number
on
11, or excuse me, number 15, Taylor, will go to the line for a three-point play.
They counted it. That's going to, I think, put the dagger in it right there, boys.
That dagger's already been in it, son.
Dagger been in it already?
Taylor able to make his three-point play, 64 to 51, 121 left to go in the ball game.
So you're saying the fat lady's singing?
Jones coming up across half court for the Dogs. Johnson driving baseline. A lot of contact, no foul. Shot's no good. Rebounded by Pitts for the Indians. Pitts gets the ball out of traffic, works the ball up to Allen. Allen making a move on Purdue. Purdue knocks it away from him. The loose ball is regained by the Indians, but that ball's going to be taken away by Jones. Jones tries to go coast to coast, and he's going to get fouled hard going up for two. Shot's no good. He'll go to the line to shoot two more.
Can I just say, when you're down by that much, generally our team, we love to shoot the threes. And we have not taken a three-point shot. We're trying to drive inside, bang around on these bigger guys, and we're not making our shots. Jones goes to the line. Maybe he can make dadgum 8 in a row. That'd be awesome. It is quiet in Whoville.
And he makes his opener.
7 straight free throws from Jones. 53 seconds left in the ball game, down by 12. Miracle? Is there a miracle?
No.
No?
Jones' second attempt rattles out, rebounded by number 15, Taylor, for the Indians. Inside of 50 seconds, Dogs down 64 to 52. Number 0 driving the lane, and he'll kick it back out. And the Indians now playing keep away.
Yep.
Inside of 38 seconds left to go, and I don't think the
it.
Dogs will foul down 12. Only 30 seconds left on the clock now.
Boy, it's quiet up in
And
here.
they're just kind of moving the ball around, not trying to score. 25 seconds and counting left to go in the ball game. Indians doing a nice job of keep away. Inside of 20 seconds, Jones is going to foul, and he'll send, it looks like, Allen to the line for 1-and-1.
Well, we appreciate everybody tuned in tonight. Next week, we have 2 games we're going to cover. A Tuesday night game over in Pensacola. We take on Booker T. Washington. And then we wrap up the regular season with Gulf Breeze. We'll have one. That basket's good. We'll have one home game during the district play. We'll play Milton at home in 2 Tuesday nights. And then we'll see what happens from there. But a pretty exciting ball game here. Choctaw won this game handedly.
Allen rattles out his second attempt, rebounded by Johnson. 15 seconds left to go on the clock. Indians up 65 to 52. Johnson turns the ball over, kicked up to Allen. Allen's going to try to finish it with a slam, and he does. 5 seconds and counting. The clock's going to run out. The Indians will take the 67 to 52 victory.
Everybody have a great weekend. We're going to get on out of here, give it back to the station, and we'll see you next Tuesday over in Pensacola. Good night, everybody.